Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to episode 12 of my Ultimate Iron Man series. In the last episode, we did a whole bunch of questing and we started making some space in the looting bag. So we've now got 10 free inventory slots. We're just finishing up the rest of these silver ores, and then we are going to start working on fairy rings and probably a bunch of other questing. But we'll see how it goes. And on that note, I hope you enjoy the episode. And there's 51 crafting. And there's 43 smithing. So that is all of the steel ore we had made. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is obviously we made one silver sickle as well in the process. I'm probably going to do nature spirit now because that's what we need a silver sickle for. I want to go back to Lumbridge, get the ghost speak amulet, and start this quest. God, I got so excited to start questing again. I forgot to make these into tiaras. Don't want to lose that precious XP. Okay, so I decided to do some teaks while I was AFKing a little bit at work. We got a woodcutting level and 5 caskets and a camo helmet. So we're back in the POH to store this. And that gives us our first full set. See if we get anything from this. I can't open them here apparently. And absolutely nothing. Okay, time to go get Nature Spirit done. Okay, and that is the Nature Spirit done. So we've got some crafting XP, hit points, and defense. We've got 34 defense, nothing else. But we did get a magic level with 52 magic now. That was just from killing the 3 ghasts during the quest. Okay, time to go start Fairy Tale Part 1. Honestly, this place is giving me some serious PTSD right now, just seeing all these swamp bars. Okay, so this is the infamous part of the quest where you get, I think it's 3 random items to retrieve for the quest. And this is usually where the game's either going to really blow your back out or be really nice to you. So let's see. Before we find out, 7 lucky spins. And 7. Let's see what we get. Okay, baby dragon bones, not bad. Uncut diamond, not bad. And raw cave eel, not the worst, I don't think. Let's see. Okay, we can work on that. So yeah, the items that we got for this aren't too bad. I'm going to start working on getting those. Okay, we've got super lucky running here as well because this guy is tanking that dragon for us. So hopefully we can kill it and get out before that spawns back. And because of our agility level, we have a shortcut, which is super nice. Always be nice to people as well. Right, and let's go. It's 1 out of 3 done. So we're just doing some quick group temporis for a few fishing levels so we can go get the cave eel. It shouldn't take too long, but this is the method of fishing I want to do anyway. It's just hard right now with the inventory space. But I reckon it'll take about 3 games, maybe 4. Okay, there's 36 fishing. Ah, bollocks. 37 fishing. Okay, and there's 38 fishing. We can now go catch the cave eels. So I'm going to finish up this game just because I might as well get the points from it. And I think every so often I'll probably come back here to level up fishing and we'll just save up the points in between and maybe open them at level 81, maybe higher. Okay, so we got the slimy eel we needed. All that's missing now is the uncut diamond, which we have plenty of these in the looting bag. So I think the plan is going to be to suicide the account, pull our stuff back, take out 1 diamond, and then continue with the quest. Also really random, but with these cave walls, to stop the giant hand coming out and grabbing you, if you stand 1 tile off of it, have run on, and click straight past it, it doesn't catch you. Okay, so we've suicided the account, got all our stuff back, kept out the diamonds, I've picked up a bunch of random stuff, well, spades, so that we can now take out 1 diamond and we can put these 2 back in the looting bag and continue with the quest. Okay, so for this next part of the quest, we have to run back through the swamp and I don't know if you can lose these or not, but just in case, I've grabbed some extra bits of food. I'm probably going to cut a pineapple just to fill these slots, just to be safe. I forgot how I killed Tangleroot. I don't remember if you attack him with a normal weapon and then finish him with the secateurs.
The secateurs, yeah.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
We just called yourself Ginger.
Yeah, no. Okay, we made it nice and easy. Okay, and like many of the little boss fights in these quests, you can flinch this guy. So we're just going to keep doing this till he dies. Okay, that is Tangleroot dead. We've got the Queen Secateurs. We can now go handle this quest. Okay, that is Fairy Tale 1 Growing Pains done. 3,500 farming XP, 2,000 attack, and 1,000 magic. That puts us on 46 attack, 18 farming, 52 total combat, and we broke the 1,000 total level now. Also, we get to keep the magic secateurs, so these are going to go in the tall leprechaun. Okay, so if we come over to the tall leprechaun, we can take these out and put the magic ones in. Okay, so we've just got to the part where you unlock the fairy rings on Fairy Tale 2. When you first unlock this, there are no codes put in, but once you put a code in once, it stays in your travel log. So I'm just going to use the wiki. If you type in fairy ring combinations, it gives you the whole list of codes. I'm just going to get all of those punched in, or the ones we can use anyway. Okay, so this is really great. We've now got most of the fairy rings unlocked, all the ones we could anyway. And this is what is great about Plan coming together, is we can now use our ID cloak to come here. And right over here, we've got fairy ring. So this is going to give us so much transportation methods to places. It's going to make questing easier, clue scrolls easier. Later on, it's going to make things like bossing a lot easier. But the thing that I'm really excited about right now is if you use a fairy code CKQ, that takes you to Alder in Varlamore. And I'm not sure if you remember, but this is actually the area I was trying to unlock when I did Children of the Sun. Because if you run down this way and come over to this windmill, there is something really beautiful here for UIMs. And I'm going to show you what that is. So once you get in this building, you're going to climb up the ladder all the way to the top. And you've got this nest here. Now this is called, I think it's called the Nice Nest. Now if you click on it, it doesn't really do anything. However, it stores any tradable item, I think to the value of 100k GP at grand exchange prices. So for UIM, this is going to be absolutely amazing because later on, I'm probably going to use this to store things like crossbows, certain weapons, maybe pieces of armor. As long as it's a tradable item and it's under 100k, it can go here indefinitely. There's no time frame on it. So technically, it's an extra free inventory slot. With that being said, we are going to get back to questing and do the observatory quest. So for this quest, we need a bronze bar. You can buy bronze bars from the Shanty Pass right here. Yeah, relatively easy to get. Okay, and that is the observatory quest done. So I don't actually know if you can change what constellation you observe, but the one we got gave us defense XP. And we just hit 52 crafting. Mind your beeswax. Get it? So this is probably one of my favorite quests just because of this starving beggar. And you have to help him by giving him bread. And then it turns into the Lady of the Cake and she helps you. So to get what you want, you have to feed the poor. There's something just really wholesome about that. And that is Merlin's Crystal done. We get 6 quest points and Excalibur, which we're going to drop on the ground because it's trash. Okay, so we're just gathering all the items we need for Big Chunky Bird hunting. Just got to get a couple more wolf bones and we're going to go start that quest. Okay, and that is Big Chompy Bird hunting incomplete. I don't know why my speech went funny then. But we get a few different XPs here and the ability to make ogre arrows, and we get to keep the ogre bow. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do now is I do want to do the ogre RFD quest, but before I do that, I think I'm going to go clear up some inventory space, probably sell these, drop these for now. I'm going to go to the Wolf Mountain and get a ton of bones and maybe make 1,000 or 2,000 arrow tips, come here, make a few more, and we're going to go hunt some chompies and see if we can green log this as well. So if we look at the collection log, this is what we need, which I think to get all of the hats, I think we need 1,000 kills. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. And then you have a 1 in 500 chance of getting the chompy chick after you've done 1,000 KC. So this might take a little while, but it shouldn't be too bad. And we'll get some nice range levels out of it too. So hey, it's worth it. Okay, so slight change of plan. I was going to go get like 1,000 of these and come back here and start hunting these. But I think it would be better to try and get the green log and the pet definitely after we have Arthur's accumulator at least. That way we're not running around picking up arrows, wasting time, and being inefficient. I think I'd rather just prioritize some quests. So while we're here anyway, we are going to do the ogre part of RFD for Scratch Uglowy. Yeah, so we're just going to gather the stuff we need for that and get that done. Okay, so I've just come here to make the iron spit in the Varrock anvils. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a kitten from Gertrude and start growing this little bundle of joy up so that we can use it for some quests. Okay, and that is Scratch's part of RFD. So that will increase the amount of stuff we get in the Cheiromancer's chest, I think, in terms of food, and it gets us the bronze gloves. So we're now going to go do the Lumbridge guide. We're going to do the Lumbridge guide now as well. So let's start this. Okay, and that's Lumbridge guide part 2 RFD done. We've got 6 left here, 48 cooking, and that will upgrade our Cheiromancer's chest again. So I think now we will have the iron gloves. Yeah, so we've got the iron gloves now. If we go to buy food, this is what we're looking at right now with the Cheiromancer's chest. God, I can't say that to save my life. But yeah, that being said, guys, I think I want to wrap this video up here. I'm going to start planning some new quests. I would really want to start getting into the cat series of quests because we're here doing RFD. I feel like I might as well do even Dave's part, but we need to grow the cat first because when it's a kitten, it takes a lot longer to catch the rats. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. These are the stats where we're at currently. Yeah, and have a lovely day. See you again soon.